Dynasties don't begin with trophies. They begin with belief. Long before Alabama was stacking championships, something more important had already taken hold inside the program. Players didn't hope to win. They expected to.
Our high school teams were extremely successful, and it's a lot of fun to play on winning teams. It is a whole lot of fun because we were playing for state championships, and at that point I learned that we were getting everybody's best game, just like I would learn at Alabama. But I remember when I was at Tuscaloosa for being recruited, and Coach Bryant spoke to all the recruits that were present, and I never will forget, to the whole crowd and all the parents, he said, "Don't come here unless you want to do the things it takes to play for a national championship." Mm-hmm. I never played in a game in Alabama that we didn't expect to win, that I didn't expect to win. And I don't mean that arrogantly or anything. It was just a fact. And, we were so well prepared by our coaches and Coach Bryant.
I was 16 years old and I just graduated from Tuscaloosa High School and was very young. You're walking in there and you see guys like, like John Hanna and Musso around there, and you're in a different world. And I had come to high school basically almost right across the street from practice over there at Tuscaloosa High, and hadn't won in Alabama. I just wanted to be on a winning team. I had never, to be honest with you, I didn't know if I was good enough, to be honest with you, because to play for, more than anything else, to play for Coach Bryant. And then when you get out there and you see guys like Musso and Hannah, you think, okay, I'm not sure if I can be like these guys, but I'm gonna give it everything I got. My biggest role was I was always on the scout team. I know a couple of Rick Davis, Ike Washington, myself. But I know with 3 of the freshmen that were pretty much on scout team over there all year, and it was not a lot of fun. I mean, scout team over there, right up in front of John Hanna. I mean, it was unbelievable. One time, John hit me and literally picked me up off the ground and just ran with me, and I'm sitting there thinking, this is not going to end well. And he really could have hurt me. Sort of put me down. I mean, literally picked me up and took me about 10 yards downfield. Never seen anything like it before. I was so glad just to get on the scout team. I mentioned earlier, it was tough going against Hannah and those offensive line, but it was better to go against them in a team situation. Stay over there with Danny Ford and do drills all day. Hit the sled and literally drive the sled from one zone of the field to the other end zone of the field, get a little water break, turn around, and drive it all the way back down the other end, and do it in 5 to 10 yard bursts, and just as hard as you could go. And that was pretty much, some days, I remember a couple of we pretty much did that the whole practice. So I was, as a freshman, I was glad finally when I was tabbed to be on the.
That's amazing. Coach, that sounds about as miserable as anything I could imagine. I got to be honest.
It is. It was hard. I mean, practicing football and being on the team, and I won't lie. I don't think any player who ever played for Coach Bryant would not say that at some time he thought about, am I sure I want to do this? And a lot of discussions about it every night. Some our freshman group would really bond it, and I think that's what really brought us together, because it was the camaraderie, the friendship, and the concern for each other is probably what kept most of us there. But I shouldn't say most of us, because I think we had 35 freshmen in our class, and I think it was only somewhere between 15 and 20 of us that actually graduated.
But the standard was already clear. You didn't walk into that locker room trying to figure out if Alabama was good. You walked in understanding what was expected of you. Bear Bryant didn't wait for success to demand belief. He demanded belief and built the preparation to justify it. That's why the trophies. came later. Championships are what people remember, but belief is what makes them possible. Before Alabama was collecting trophies, it was building something stronger, and once that belief took hold, winning wasn't a goal. It was the result. The belief came first. Alabama didn't become great because it won. Alabama won because it believed it should, and prepared like it had no other choice.